Hey everyone. I want to talk a little bit about the concept of moving from basic to more complex. I've talked about that quite a bit across the skills I've introduced so far for language and literacy, and going to now post a graphic that I've made to explain this about letter naming. So you'll notice in the post I did earlier that I had targets for uppercase letter naming, targets for lowercase letter naming, and then targets for letter sounds, and then finally beginning sound awareness. And that is, again, moving from basic to more complex. Typically, we've seen in the research that children develop awareness of uppercase letters first, then lowercase, then sounds, and then beginning sounds. So we're moving again from more basic, which is the uppercase letter, to the most complex understanding is the beginning sound, to be able to isolate that beginning sound. For instance, in the word dog, that the beginning sound is D. So I'm going to post a graphic explaining with uppercase letter naming how we, within that one skill, also move from basic to more complex. Now, excuse me, I just got to bring up the graph that I've made. So yeah, so a basic understanding, not all understanding is the same, I guess, is what my message is. Your children are going to display different levels of understanding depending on their age and development. So the most basic understanding is that you say to them, it's more you teaching, this is the letter M. Can you point to the letter M with me? And that you together point to the letter M. So that's how you begin to bring their attention to the letter, to the uppercase letter. Then second, a little more complex, a little more difficult is, can you find the letter M in this word? So not on the page, that's too much. Confine it to a word. Can they find the letter M? And they don't have to produce it, they just have to point to it. Third is producing the letter. So can you name the letters in this word? So you give them the word name and you get them to name the letters, N-A-M-E. So I hope this makes sense to how things move from more basic to complex. So when you're seeing, uppercase letter knowledge, your child may not be able to name all the uppercase letters, but they may be able to point to a few that are on a page, and you may be able to bring their attention to a few that are on a page. And I would encourage you to keep doing that. Eventually, they'll be able to name them if you're doing those things. So I wanted to explain that a little bit. Wish you luck. I'm trying to find my movie here, and let me know how it's going.